J-Lo headlined one of the first major in-person events since the pandemic began. Seating at Global Citizens Vax Live was limited to 67%.
I haven't been out live or out in public in a really long time, so it's very exhilarating.
A lot of the audience was made up of first responders. The event will be broadcast on CBS and other networks May 8th. S&P futures are up 21. This is CBS News.
Small Business Month is here, and Dell Technologies and Windows can help you upgrade your tech with up to 45% off high-performance PCs. Work anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Call 877-ASK-DELL.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance, and MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month. You might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply on April 30th, and you can save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have, and start saving. Here it is, called 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
The lead up to the Tokyo Olympics has been hobbled by COVID again.
6 people who helped with Japan's Olympic torch relay have now been diagnosed with COVID-19. That brings the total number of participants in the event who got the coronavirus to 8. The most recent 6 helped on the relay just a few days ago. Earlier last month, 2 other people who helped with the torch relay also came down with the virus, including a police officer in his 30s who was guiding traffic. All of them assisted with traffic control, and officials say all wore masks. The Olympic Games, delayed by a year because of the pandemic, are scheduled to open July 23rd. Matt Piper, CBS News.
California gubernatorial hopeful Caitlyn Jenner, a Republican, has triggered outrage in the transgender community after weighing in on trans athletes. The 1976 Olympic gold medalist told TMZ she opposes trans girls, boys biologically, competing in girls' sports at school. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I have the power to say.
Why is that? Because they're not girls. They are boys. And boys are stronger than girls.
It's never easy, and it's really never
Isn't that maggot?
But I know
But it is what it is. You cannot change nature. You cannot change it.
Breakthrough Wellness provides services moving forward and up.
Breakthrough Wellness Montgomery, Dothan, Clinton, and Phoenix City. BreakthroughWellness.net. This is Coach from American Ocean. This is your special invitation to our 27th annual anniversary sale going on now. For a limited time, everything in American Ocean Boards, inventory catalogs, and special orders is 50% off the top tax price. That's right. Half off living room, dining room, bedroom, home office, and outdoor. Interest-free financing available. Hurry, sale ends soon. Mattress accessories and cozy exclusive.
I've been saying for 25 years.
Maybe it's time to purchase a new mattress from Wolf Boys Bedding, where we don't want to just sell you a mattress, we want to teach you how to buy the right mattress to improve your life. Shop the Better Sleep Sale going on now at Wolf Boys Bedding, with queen mattress sets from $4.99, twin as low as $99, and Alabama-made bunk beds from $2.99. Plus, for a limited time, receive up to $1,000 off on qualifying Jameson mattress sets. Interest-free financing available. Don't count sheep, get a good night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oakenmore.
Are you missing shingles or seeing dark spots on your roof? One missing shingle could be a sign of weather-related damage that your insurance company may pay for. I'm Todd Clark, owner of River Region Contracting, your premier roofing contractor. We are a company that takes pride in our workmanship and only use the highest quality materials in the business. If your asphalt shingle roof is older than 10 years, call us for a free inspection on your roof today. Call us at 334-356-8635. That's 334-356-8635. Or visit us at riverregioncontracting.com or like us on Facebook.
The City of Montgomery Cultural Affairs Department presents a free multicultural festival every second Saturday during the months of May through August at Riverfront Park. Join them on May 8th from 11 to 3 to celebrate with music, dance, and cuisine from the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities of Montgomery. This free event will also feature food vendors, live music from a local favorite, Matt Cohn, and fun for the whole family. This event begins May 8th from 11 to 3, sponsored by the City of Montgomery.
My mom is a breast cancer survivor. The United Breast Cancer Foundation saved her life. Their free breast cancer exam caught the cancer early, and that saved her life. But now the foundation needs your help so they can continue offering free or low-cost breast screening exams, saving more women's lives. Help them by donating your car, whether it's running or not. They'll provide fast, free 24-hour pickup, and you receive a charitable tax deduction, plus the great feeling you'll get knowing your donated car is going to help save more lives. Just call 800-814-0756 to set the wheels in motion. They take cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, running or not. Call 800-814-0756. The United Breast Cancer Foundation needs your help.
Let me see if I can call the engineer and see what he say.
Save women's lives, helping them catch breast cancer early, like they did with my mom. Donate today. 800-814-0756.
Okay.
That's
I'll let
800-814-0756.
They are the two sexiest fat men alive. Really fun. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440, beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it.
Beginning at 9 a.m. Wait just a minute. Okay.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
After a few isolated morning showers and thunderstorms, we could see some redevelopment as we head into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy with showers and storms really increasing across southern and eastern portions of the state. We'll keep an eye on it. That threat will last as we head throughout the afternoon into the evening. Once we head into Tuesday afternoon and evening, we could see another round of potential strong and maybe even severe storms, keeping an eye on and off rain chances through much of this week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now we're looking good. Your Monday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. Reinhardt Collision Center is looking for an auto body technician to keep up with demand. To apply, call 213-1216 and become part of the team. Reinhardt Toyota Lexus. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
For all your auto maintenance and repair needs, Chico's knows. Chico's Auto Pros now offers a full-service automotive center. Call Chico's today at 239-9510. Chico's knows.
Good morning. I'm Tanya Terry for WSFA 12 News. A new study suggests COVID-19 deaths could be linked to a lack of health insurance. A Families USA report says 40% of Alabamians who died from COVID-19 were uninsured. Numbers show the highest correlation in DeKalb County. According to that report, 63% of COVID-19 cases and 52% of COVID-19 deaths were linked to people without health insurance. The world's eyes are on the city of Wetumpka. Sunday night, they watched the first episode of the highly anticipated HGTV series Hometown Takeover, highlighting the city. The 6-episode series will air every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on HGTV. It's also available to stream on Discovery Plus. And it's been 5 years since Greg Gunn was killed by former Montgomery police officer Aaron Cody Smith. A rally was held in Gunn's honor on Saturday. Smith was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but in March of last year, he was granted a $300,000 bond. The family says they haven't heard anything new in the case. I'm Tanya Terry.
What would make your mom feel like the number one mom? A trip to the spa, cleaning services for a year, an epic shopping spree, a much-needed vacation? Enter to win the Mother's Day giveaway, and you will have the chance to win $5,000 so you could get your mom the ultimate Mother's Day prize. She'll feel like the number one mom. Just head to our website now to enter for your chance to win $5,000 for the mom in your life. Go to newsradio1440.com. Brought to you locally by Zinc Chiropractic.
Do you have pain in your neck? What about back pain, headaches, sciatica? You're in pain and you know something is off, but you just ignore it. The hard part is living with pain. The easy part is making an appointment with Zinc Chiropractic and finding relief. Doctors Tom and Yolanda Zink at Zinc Chiropractic Center provide all-natural chiropractic care. They will make you feel comfortable and explain everything in advance. Think chiropractic? Think zinc. On Taylor Road between East Chase and Vaughn Road. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home.
For over 50 years, you've trusted Bill Bradley. When something breaks, call us. For plumbing, heating, air conditioning concerns, we'll come fix your home. And right now, we can tune up your AC for only $64.95. Call us today. Bill Bradley, the River Region's only certified root dealer.
Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Get number 84449.
Is your foot pain becoming a hassle? Can't get through a workday without pain? Can't go shopping without limping down the aisles? I'm Dr. Brian Killey, a board-certified podiatrist with specialized training in endoscopic procedures for heel pain and neuromas. Most diagnostic procedures can be performed right in the office, saving you the time and trouble of going from place to place. So don't run around town to fix your feet. Call me at 265-7585 for an appointment. That's 265-7585. Serving Montgomery, Greenville, and surrounding areas for over a decade. Follow us on Facebook or visit us on the web at www.greenvillefootcare.com, where doctors' profiles, directions to the office, hours of operation, and new patient paperwork are all just a click away. You can also find useful information on common foot conditions and services that we provide. I'm Dr. Brian Killey with Greenville Foot Care. Happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
If there's a sudden disaster and you can't get to the grocery store, or they're all out of food, what would you do? You wish you had emergency food to get you through the crisis.
The dog.
And that's why we're here. We're MyPatriotSupply.com, America's leading source of emergency food. Our food lasts for up to 25 years, and millions of families trust us for their disaster survival. Won't you join us? Unlike other food companies, we don't skimp on calories. Our meals give you more than 2,000 calories per day. Why? Because that's what you need to survive any challenging crisis. And right now, you can save $50 on our popular 4-week emergency food kit. Just go to MyPatriotSupply.com and place your order. We ship fast, 2 to 3 days max, and your food arrives discreetly right to your door. So order today and save $50 at MyPatriotSupply.com. That's MyPatriotSupply.com.
He is the voice of the conservative millennials.
The president is going to have to stand fast.
The Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And welcome in Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine if you can. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high to get your day started, to change your perspective. So no matter what's happening to you on this day, which is May the 3rd, 2021, it will give you a sense of completion. There's always an answer. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to find it. Anyway, our daily bread's been brought to you by none other than Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage. Because there's a difference, certainly a difference in mortgage companies. I do all my mortgage, all my refinance, whatever it is I need to do, I do it with Alabama Home Mortgage. You should also. We'll be back with our daily bread. Today's title is Jesus' Unpopular Ideas. We'll be back.
Hey there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage. Unless you've been living under a rock, then you know that mortgage rates are low. But did you know that mortgage rates have fallen to their lowest level since 1971? That's 50 years ago. So there's no wonder why you are getting bombarded with mortgage offers. Churchill said it best. A good speech should be like a woman's skirt, long enough to cover the subject and short enough to create interest. That's exactly what other mortgage companies do. They advertise a rate, a teaser, if you will. The advertised rate piques your interest, so you give them a call. You ask questions, only to find the advertised rate is not available to you, or there's a hefty cost for you to get that rate. Unfortunately, this is very common in the mortgage industry. When calling on Alabama Home Mortgage, you don't have to hope you're getting the best rate. You will know you're getting the best rate at the lowest cost to you. Call Alabama Home Mortgage, the #1 mortgage lender in Alabama, today at 567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS 1586368, equal housing lender.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. It is May the 3rd, 2021 AD. Today's Daily Bread is called Jesus' Unpopular Ideas. And the scripture insight today comes from Matthew 5:38 through 48. Matthew 5 and 42 says, "Give to the one who asks you." And again, it is May the 3rd, 2021 AD. It is a special day today because this day, just like the days of old and the days of yesterday's May gone by, it is a day that has never been. And it is a day that shall never, ever come again. Oh, we'll be held accountable for what we do this day. But this day, May the 3rd, 2021, it's a once-in-a-lifetime deal. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. And you certainly don't get to go back and do the things that you should have done. And more importantly, you don't get to undo the things that you did. So whatever it is that you do this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you be proud of what you have done on this day. Like I tell most of you every morning, that if you in fact have lived a while, you've heard many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Or whatever you do, make sure you reach back and help somebody else along the way if you possibly can. Benjamin Elijah Mays once said, I say it every morning because it is true. Whatever you do in life, whatever it is, you should do it so well that no man living, no man dead, and no man, none yet to be born, can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you may fail at a thing or two, but you are never a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest only if you can, but you never, ever give up. You never quit. No matter how arduous the trip, no matter how high the mountains, how deep the valley, you never quit. Sometimes if you can't go around it, you got to go through it. But you never, ever, ever quit. Because quitters don't win. And winners, oh, they may fail at a thing or two, but they never quit. That is what makes them special. No matter what obstacles lie in their way. Somebody once said that sometimes you use obstacles as stair steps to get over the problem. It ain't what happens to you, ladies and gentlemen. It's what you do about it. But no matter what happens on this day, May the 3rd, 2021 AD, no matter what happens, the one thing you don't do is you never quit. And you always remember, it is a great day, like the days of old. It's a great day to be alive. Jesus' unpopular ideas. That's our daily bread for today. Good morning, Montgomery.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Today's reading, titled Jesus' Unpopular Ideas, was written by Ann Cetus. For 15 years, Mike Burden held hate-filled meetings in the memorabilia shop he ran in his small town. But in 2012, when his wife began to question his involvement, his heart softened. He realized how wrong his racist views were and didn't want to be that person any longer. The militant group retaliated by kicking his family out of the apartment they'd been renting from one of the members. Where did he turn for help? Surprisingly, he went to a local black pastor with whom he'd clashed. The pastor and his church provided housing and groceries for Mike's family for some time. When asked why he agreed to help, Pastor Kennedy explained, Jesus Christ did some very unpopular things. When it's time to help, you do what God wants you to do. Later, Mike spoke at Kennedy's church and apologized to the black community for his part in spreading hatred. Jesus taught some unpopular ideas in the Sermon on the Mount. Give to the one who asks you, love your enemies, and pray for those who persecute you. That's the upside-down way of thinking God calls us to follow. Though it looks like weakness, it's actually acting out of God's strength. The one who teaches us is the one who gives the power to live out this upside-down life in whatever way he asks of us. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Matthew chapter 5, verses 38 through 48. You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to them the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you. You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, that you may be children of your Father in heaven. He causes his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sends rain on the righteous and the unrighteous. If you love those who love you, what reward will you get? Are not even the tax collectors doing that? And if you greet only your own people, what are you doing more than others? Do not even the pagans do that? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. Let's pray. Lord, even the most faithful of us have hidden sin in our hearts. Whether it's racist views toward your beloved, or greed or lust, none of us are immune. Please help us shine a light on these areas of our lives and lead us to healing. Help us to love others as you love us, Lord. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
And now it is time. I understand. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I realize that we have a technical issue this morning. But if you can't hear me, you wouldn't know what I'm saying anyway, except let you do it online. And, you know, we're working on it. As soon as I contact an engineer. But for those folks online on our app, 95.1 Channel 3 HD radio, hey, listen, our news radio 1440.com. You can catch us live and in person. But now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America. People sit on the fence, mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers, and aunts and uncles, and young folks and older folks who say, not on my watch will we let anything happen to you tonight. Good morning to you.
Till we meet once more, it's best you will not be always home. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in Thee. Through love, you build and sharpen, shall to win our victory. Send the righteous of God, our prayers are modeled too. We're always ready to or die. I constantly fight for you. On we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sky. Here they come, soon to be our thunder. And the boys give us the gun. And we die, starting a flame, long under, up with one terrible war. We did everything. But nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor free. We are proud to claim the title of the United States of
And welcome in, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. It's a Monday morning. It's raining outside. At least it was raining when I came in here a little while ago. But, it's springtime, right? And that's what happens in the springtime. And I know we're having some technical difficulties with our over-the-air signal. So we're working on that. Okay, I'm trying to work on it. I haven't been up the tower yet. Been a long time since I've been up one of those things. But we're driving on with our airborne mission here to get it done. Okay, that's what we're here for. So for those folks who can't hear me, I'm sorry. For those folks who can't hear me, thank you very much for tuning in. However you are getting here this morning. Now you got to remember we got an app, which is News Radio 1440. We have a website, newsradio1440.com. You can catch us on TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio. So there are all kind of ways to get us right now when we're not doing the over the air thing. That's why I'm here, to make sure that the job continues on. Being the soldier that I am, I'm here to make sure that we still keep getting the job done. Okay, because the mission does not stop because the signal gets screwed up sometimes. I still got to do the JOB, because that's what we do here. Okay, we're a soldier for life, and the mission always comes first. All right, and my mission is to try to change as many minds as I can to think like me. Okay, not everybody, because I don't want everybody thinking like me, because I may be wrong on a couple of things. I'm just saying, I may be wrong on a couple of things. I wouldn't want to, make y'all have that same problem. Okay. Oh, I forgot my guy right there. And I do have a let me stop him right quick. I do have a presentation for you guys this morning that I believe you're gonna like it. It's from a guy. You ever seen those little bitty fellas who were born, but they don't grow more than like a feet of something like that? Anyway, that's this guy right here. What is his name? His name is yes, it's Sean Stevenson. You might want to look him up. But he's a little midget, a dwarf. I don't know if you can't call him a little people, but he's really a little people. He's shorter than most of the little people. He's in a wheelchair, but he has a interesting perspective on life, and I think you ought to hear it. So by the time you get done filling, his doctors told him, they told his mother when he was born that he would not live through the night. Well, obviously they were wrong, but you can't always go by the doctor. But hey, don't ignore the doctor now. Sometimes, they're right. Anyway, let's take a break and we'll be back with a different perspective on life. We'll be back.
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Shop great deals for mom this week at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Nike apparel style starting at just $19.99. And celebrate together with bikes for the family starting at only $69.99. Make Mother's Day special with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Offers are valid April 26th through tonight.
After a few isolated morning showers and thunderstorms, we could see some redevelopment as we head into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy with showers and storms really increasing across southern and eastern portions of the state. We'll keep an eye on it. That threat will last as we head throughout the afternoon into the evening. Once we head into Tuesday afternoon and evening, we could see another round of potential strong and maybe even severe storms, keeping an eye on and off rain chances through much of this week. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we're looking good. Your Monday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Greenville. 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. Reinhardt Collision Center is looking for an auto body technician to keep up with demand. To apply, call 213-1216 and become part of the team. Reinhardt Toyota Lexus. Buckle up, front and back. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
For all your auto maintenance and repair needs, Chico's knows. Chico's Auto Pros now offers a full-service automotive center. Call Chico's today at 239-9510. Chico's knows.
This is Mike Costanza from Chappie's Deli.
And Jeff Baranco from Chappie's Deli.
And this is Major Delay eating at Chappie's Deli. Major Delay, what a treat. How is traffic everywhere?
Major D, thanks for stopping by, but I wonder if it's a good idea having, you in a Chappie's Deli commercial.
Jeff, what are you talking about? Yeah, I eat at Chappie's Deli all the time.
But it might be confusing if we say your name Major Delay at Chappie's Deli.
But I was there yesterday. There was no delay at all. Quick and friendly. I go all the time.
See, it's already kind of confusing.
Jeff, you might hurt his feelings.
I'm just saying, when you say Major Delay at Chappie's Deli, everyone won't know we are talking about the man named Major Delay.
How about I do takeout? Then you could say, no Major Delay at Chappie's Deli. Yeah, that's not confusing. Thanks, Major Delay.
I give up. Please come by to any of the 5 locations of Chappie's Deli: Perry Hill Road, Pepper Tree, Prattville, Baptist South, and Auburn, where there is no major delay.
Yes, there is. I'm right here at Chappie's Deli.
Want to know what I like best about high school sports? I love watching my son run on the field. I love seeing him smile when he high-fives his teammates. His eyes light up when his team scores a goal. I love the fact that since he's been playing high school sports, he's making better decisions. And I love knowing that high school sports have never been safer. Why? Because coaches have more information than they've ever had. Training techniques are more sophisticated, and equipment has never been more advanced. Playing high school sports isn't just safe. It's still the best way to give your teenager a healthy head start in life. And that's something I really love.
This message about the value of high school sports is presented by
the Alabama High School Athletic Association, and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Place with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Food additives can harm children's development and raise the risk of obesity. To lower the risks, choose fresh fruits and vegetables when you can and avoid processed meats. Don't put plastic in the microwave because heat can cause chemicals to leak into your food. When cooking or serving hot foods, use glass or ceramic dishes. For more on keeping your child healthy, talk with your pediatrician or visit healthychildren.org.
Tired of the endless bickering and name-calling of most political talk shows?
Seriously, shut up.
That's why Caleb Copeland hosts Tactics on the News Radio 1440 Facebook page and YouTube. As a national debate finalist and minister, Caleb uses simple reason to make solid arguments and teaches you how to do the same.
Watch the Tactics podcast
Monday through Thursdays at 6 p.m. online, or listen to the Best of show Saturday mornings at 9 on News Radio 1440.
Depend on it.
He is the voice of the conservative millennials.
The president is going to have to stand fast.
The Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
And we are back. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds you well. Anyway, I got this presentation. No sense wasting time here. I got to put this thing because then I got to get to some other things today. Interesting. There's some interesting things happening in Montgomery over the weekend, but we'll get to those things later on. Right now, though, I'm gonna take to this guy, and again, this guy is like a midget. He don't have any legs hardly ever. He doesn't have. Basically, he is all torso. Okay, he doesn't really have much of anything else. But yet and still, if you listen to him, I think you will become. You'll realize that no matter how bad you got it, it can always be worse. Okay, so here we go. Alrighty then, turn that off right quick.
True story. Lesson number 1. Never believe a prediction that doesn't empower you. When I was born, the doctors told my parents that I would be dead within the first 24 hours of my life. 35 years later, all those doctors are dead. And I am the only doctor that remains. Never believe a prediction that doesn't empower you. How many predictions have been thrown at you your whole life? If you believe predictions that do not empower you, you will wither away and die. Either physically die or your spirit will die as you just walk around the world like a carcass that is just following the masses. You will be given a lot of titles in your life. You will be told so many different things. You must only listen to that which empowers you. I have a belief that has served me in my life, and that is that everyone is rooting for me to win, even those that do not know it. And I am not here today to tell you that I have had adversity in my life, and so therefore I know what you're going through. I don't have a clue what any of you are going through in your lives. I did not grow up in your neighborhoods, more than likely. I did not have your set of parents, nor do I live in your body. I have not had the events that you've had happen to you. I can tell you I am only an expert on one thing, and that's how to be me. And I do it well. But it's not come easily. I've gone through things that I don't wish upon anyone in this room. I've had metal rods pulled out of bone marrow while I was awake. I've had jaw infections where teeth were had to be extracted and I can no longer chew my own food. I have to get up every day and be showered and cared for physically by another human being. Fortunately, she's a gorgeous woman that I married. I get stared at everywhere I go, and the moment people meet me, if they don't know a thing about my resume, they automatically, just by the human nature, think to themselves, oh, it must be so difficult to be that man. If somebody pities me, they're wasting their time. Because I have chosen a life of strength. And I am here to help you choose a life of strength. But I'm going to tell you, we've talked about drugs here. You know what the worst drug to ever hit the human race is? Pity. The moment you feel sorry for another person, or the moment you feel sorry for yourself, you're hosed. You are totally, completely frozen in potential. We cannot pity ourselves. We cannot pity you. Yes, I get to go home today. Yes, I get to have what many would call freedom, but I'm going to talk to you about freedom, about what I really choose to see freedom as. Because like I said, you cannot believe predictions that do not empower you. The second lesson today is you are not your condition. You are not. I am not disabled. Sure, I'll take the handicap parking privileges. But that does not define me as a man. Not able. I've been looked at and treated my whole life as if I am not able. I have had to rise above and show people that the only disability is one's refusal to adapt. You have to adapt to whatever environment you're in, even if it's prison. And what does adaptation look like? I think it looks like celebration. Because when you meet people that are celebrating their life, you want to be around them. You want to learn from them. You want to do business with them. You want to hire them. Look, if you do not want to be seen as a prisoner or a convict when you get out of this, or even while you're in this, then it's an attitude. It is a belief in yourself that you bring value to the human race, no matter what your current condition, title, or stature is. Because if I believe that I'm disabled, I would wither up, I would be shy, I would be insecure, I would be afraid, I would act like I need your help. And the rest of humanity would be okay with that. But I choose something else. I choose to be strong. I choose to be a leader. I choose to have words to move this planet. I'll tell you why I was born. And I hope it inspires you to find out why you were born. I was born to rid this world of insecurity. Because when a human being is insecure, they do stupid stuff. When we feel like we're not enough, we chase external validation and external objects to try to tell us we're enough. Thank you. You are enough. I'll tell you, I made a pledge as a therapist to love all human beings no matter what they've done. Because deep down inside, I found that every human being just wants to be loved. Even if they're tough, even if they're scary, even if they're vicious, you get them in the right position at the right time, they'll tell you the truth. They just want to be loved. You know who they want the love from the most? Not their moms, not their dads, not their wardens, none of these people. They want to be able to look in the mirror and love themselves. And if you can figure that out, then you're going somewhere. And you cannot feel sorry for yourself. When you feel sorry for self, you will wither. But there's a contradiction to feeling sorry for yourself. It's the opposite extreme. It's what I call bullying yourself, beating yourself up, being your own enemy and telling yourself that all those predictions, those negative opinions, they're true, they're right, you're a washed up failure, you're not going to amount to anything. Bullying yourself is the most dangerous thing that you could do. You cannot afford to pity yourself. You cannot afford to bully yourself. You have to love yourself. Because the last lesson that I'm going to share with you today, that is, I'm going to teach you what the real prison is. It's not surrounded by barbed wire or electrical fences. The real prisons do not have guards. The real prison's up here. And we all got it. We all have a mind that chatters. So often won't stop chattering. Do you know where your salvation is? It's not outside these walls. I've met so many people that are so extremely successful and famous that are in prison because they're stuck in their minds, bullying themselves, pitying themselves. True freedom is dropping down out of that mind. And what my wife has taught me is drop into your heart, into mastering this beating thing that is more than just sending blood to the extremities. What is it doing? It's sending emotional possibilities, infinite possibilities of choice in our behavior, in our life, in our attitude. When you love yourself, whether you're sleeping on a prison cot or in a mansion, whether you have food in your belly or you don't know when your next meal is coming, when you love yourself, when you learn to master your emotions, then and only then are you free. I love you, each and every one of you, and I wish you freedom within these walls. God bless.
And again, he's right about a lot of things. Now, this guy it really doesn't have it. He got arms and he's got a torso, but his legs are like almost non-existent. Anyway, got a lot of encouragement out of him for this piece because now you can always go. This is a TED Talks piece, and you can always go to TED Talk. And his name is. You can look it up. His name is. Let me get his name right again. His name is Sean Stevenson. That's Sean Sean Stevenson. So check it out. As a matter of fact, you can get a lot of encouragement from. Somebody once said that the best way to learn from mistakes is make sure that mistake belongs to somebody else. Is learn from other people's mistakes so you don't have to make them. I should have listened to that a long time ago. But however, we kind of, sometimes we don't have great sense. So I'm one of those people. Friday. Let me get to this. Not Friday, Saturday. Yes, Saturday. I went out to the golf course out at Gateway. And first time I'd actually ever been there. I mean, I rode by there for years, just looking at. I don't want to golf. I don't want to get on no doggone ski. But you know what? I may take up golfing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've never really been on a golf course until Saturday, and they got golf courses that look better than some neighborhoods, and I can't figure that out. But anyway, I just thought I'd tell you that. I'll tell you a little bit about what happened over there. They had the sign up for the summer program with the Parks and Recreations. And again, the prolific member of that board, we didn't hear much about it. We didn't hear much about it. So I had to go out there and make myself known. Ran into the police chief while I was out there. And I've never, now I'm one of them people that once I got on this board thing, see, I took this as a serious position, not just to put my name on a piece of paper and so I can say I'm on this and I'm on that. Because first of all, it don't pay nothing. Okay, so I'm still on the cemetery board too. As a matter of fact, I'm the only officer left on the thing. As a matter of fact, but they don't tell me where the money is So you know, if you're gonna take these boards, if you're gonna take these positions, then do something with it. You know, don't just say, well, I'm on the airport board. Well, I'm on the Parks and Recreation board. I'm on this. Well, then let doggone it, let's do something. I got in my hand. Here, listen to this. That is 71 pages. Okay, 71 pages of board members in Montgomery, and I'm gonna call them all out sooner or later. 71 pages. We got boards that we don't even know nothing about. But anyway, let me digress. So I'm out there looking around, seeing what's going on at the park this morning, and the kids were signing up for. And I want to thank the Parks and Recreation people who came out there, and some people came out there voluntarily early Saturday morning and were giving out food, were giving out drink, cold water, and things of that nature. I just want to thank those guys, and also thank the people who work at the Gateway Park at the golf center out there and stuff like that, and they were doing good. Oh, and somebody complained to me the other day about the bathrooms out there. Let me tell you guys a question. If you ever going out to Gateway, I found out the other day that they got some bathrooms out there that don't have running water. Well, I just want you to know that our Parks and Recreation, our Park and Recreation Director, Parks and Recreation Director, Ms. K, has informed me that they are running water line. They said that initially those were like well, everybody know what a porta toilet is. Well, it's like a toilet you can put off a truck and set anywhere. Well, those are all thing about it. They don't have, they let you do the necessities, but you don't get running water and a sink and all that stuff. Well, they have decided to go ahead and put some water in there, because those were just glorified porta toilets. They were never intended, my understanding, they were never intended to have water or any of that stuff in it. It's just so you can do your business and get out of there. Okay? And we're gonna put some hand sanitizer in there so you can take care of things. But obviously, they don't want that. As a matter of fact, if we ever gonna get a pro people to come use that course, then it's got to have some bathrooms on it. Okay, so I just want to let folks know out there that I'm talking to the administrator of Parks and Recreation, Ms. K, and she's now she did say that the engineers or the people who fix those things have to fix every building in the city that the city owns. So obviously prioritizing is an issue sometimes. Prioritizing who gets what first and things of that nature. Okay, but I'm gonna be on this, okay? Because we want to. I mean, that's a beautiful course out there, an absolutely beautiful course. I mean, I never even thought about golf until there, but I think I'm gonna get me some clubs so I can get somebody to donate some to me. I mean, there's got to be some rich people out there with clubs that they're not using anymore, so just pass them off to Elkins, and I go out there. Now I don't know the difference between a putter and a driver. But I would imagine you can use a putter to drive and you can use a driver to putt if you had to. I mean, it seemed like to me the basic thing about playing golf is getting the ball in the hole. Okay. I heard something about a mulligan. I'm not exactly sure what a mulligan is, but I guess that's when you put the ball in the wrong place. I don't know where it is. But anyway, and then I'm wondering, is there any science to playing golf? Is there really any science? Or do you just hit the ball and hope the ball gets close to the hole? Yeah, I don't know how at 300 yards away or 100 yards away or 200 yards, however far they got to hit that ball. I mean, how can you aim for that hole? I mean, how you gonna aim for that hole when you can't even see the hole? So the way I'm looking at it, it's a lot of luck involved in this thing. Okay, I guess so. The thing is, you have to have the strength to get the ball at least close to the hole, so therefore you can you can hit the ball near the hole. I guess I don't know. I never played golf. Never don't even know how to do it. I got a golf club at home, but the golf club at home is I got one, and it's strictly like for a robber or somebody who wants to break in the house. I got it as a weapon. I don't have it as a golf thing. But now I'm gonna dig a hole in the backyard and give me some golf balls and see if I can hit in the hole. I wonder how old they got to be. How anybody know how round that hole is that the ball goes in? I don't know, but I'll practice. You know, with my one golf club. I'm gonna be doing some practicing later on. Okay, so I'm interested in golf now. And besides that, that's where the big deals are made. You know, I mean that's where the politicians, the mayors, you know, the city council people, the representatives, you know, when they're not meeting at the Capital City Club or the Montgomery Country Club, you know, and what do all those have in common? Golf. Okay, so I'm gonna learn how to get me some golf clubs, and therefore I can be on there. I can be on the field with everybody else. So I won't be the last guy to know when the deal has already been made. Okay, I'm just saying. So I'm gonna get me some golf clubs, and we're gonna start playing some golf. So I can be in. I can be in the conversation before the conversation. You know what I'm saying? There's always a conversation before the conversation, and they're done on the golf course. Okay, I'm just saying. So I'm going to hook that up. Okay, I'm going to take care of that. Okay, so don't you guys go no place. I guess I gotta go right now. So let me stop that. Going over that. There we go. All right then. So we'll be back with more important things.
Your WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Go,
Good morning, I'm Tanya Terry for WSFA 12 News. A new study suggests COVID-19 deaths could be linked to a lack of health insurance. A Families USA report says 40% of Alabamians who died from COVID-19 were uninsured. Numbers show the highest correlation in DeKalb County. According to that report, 63% of COVID-19 cases and 52% of COVID-19 deaths were linked to people without health insurance. The world's eyes are on the city of Wetumpka. Sunday night, they watched the first episode of the highly anticipated HGTV series Hometown Takeover, highlighting the city. The 6-episode series will air every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on HGTV. It's also available to stream on Discovery Plus. And it's been 5 years since Greg Gunn was killed by former Montgomery police officer Aaron Cody Smith. A rally was held in Gunn's honor on Saturday. Smith was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but in March of last year, he was granted a $300,000 bond.
Seven black men, you think I'm going to court?
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, and 95.1 HD3 FM.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A boat packed with people capsizes off the coast of San Diego, killing 4.
Conditions are pretty rough. 5 to 6 feet of surf, windy, cold.
San Diego Fire and Rescue's Lieutenant Rick Romero. Correspondent Lilia Luciano is in San Diego.
27 people were taken to area hospitals with a wide variety of injuries, including hypothermia from the frigid water. Border Patrol say they believe this was a human smuggling incident and that cases like this are on the rise dramatically. They also say the boat's captain is in custody.
The Biden administration says it's making progress in bringing down the number of unaccompanied migrant children at border facilities. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas tells CBS this morning.
In late March, we had over 5,700 young children, unaccompanied children, in the custody of the Border Patrol. Now, as of yesterday, we had under 700. It's an extraordinary achievement.
A line of severe storms and tornadoes tore across Mississippi. Yazoo County Emergency Management Director Jack Willingham.
We've had mobile homes flipped over, several houses with trees on them, several houses with roofs missing. Just pretty good damage over a 25-mile swath.
No injuries reported yet. Elvis' birthplace is intact. There's more severe weather in store for the same region today. New COVID infections are down in 23 states. More than 100 million people in the U.S. have been fully vaccinated. But in Oregon, cases are rising and hospitalizations have almost doubled in the past week. Dr. Renee Edwards at Oregon Health and Science University.
It's hard to see another surge coming now, especially since so many of the hospitalized patients now are younger and requiring the most intensive interventions.
Health officials say the UK variant is a driving factor there. Voters in Lubbock, Texas have approved an ordinance outlawing abortion. It labels the procedure an act of murder unless it's performed to save a mother's life. Opponents are expected to take legal action. 80-year-old widower Tom Jones is the oldest singer to top British music charts.
I'm growing old.
His new album, Surrounded by Time, also gives that famous voice room to rock and roll. Jones is now the oldest ever singer with a #1 album here in the UK, but the record for a #1 single belongs to Britain's beloved charity fundraiser, Captain Tom, who hit the charts aged 100 last year. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it too. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance, and MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month. You might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply by April 30th, and you can save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have, and start saving. Here it is. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
With COVID rates dropping in many parts of the country and businesses reopening, the problem is finding people who want to work.
Extended unemployment benefits and the current minimum wage have businesses from restaurants to retailers to theme parks finding it hard to attract people to hire.
We've placed multiple ads, had literally no response. 3 people in the past 3 or 4 weeks.
Doug Levy, owner of the Feast restaurant in Tucson, can only do takeout.
We simply can't provide enough staff to make the restaurant work.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News, Prescott, Arizona.
Mexican food lovers, take note. Tortilla prices could be going up this summer. Market analysts say corn has been leading a rally in grain commodities. In some places in Mexico, prices are up more than 30% a kilo. That's expected to trickle over the border and lead to price increases here soon. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Come fix my home, Bill Bradley. Come fix my home.
Since 1968, Montgomery residents have trusted Bill Bradley. When something breaks, it's about giving you back the comfort and security of your home as quickly as possible. For plumbing, heating, and air conditioning concerns, we'll come fix your home. Bill Bradley, the River Region's only certified roof dealer.
Bill Bradley, won't you please fix my home?
Certificate number 84449.
Shannon, how can you let the people in Montgomery know about what Daddy does? I mean, tell people he's a podiatrist. There's got to be a way to spread the word about the surgeries he does and stuff.
Let me see, let me see what you told.
Burning her feet and corn. Like that time that lady had fungus in her toenails and they started looking better. I just want people to know that my dad, Dr. Brian Kelly, can be seen without a referral and he accepts most insurances. You should probably give them the phone number, 265-7585. Yeah, 265-7585. I just said that. Well, let's say it again. 265-7585. Maybe we should tell them our offices are in Montgomery and Greenville. You just did. Like us on Facebook at Greenville Foot Care. And remember, happy feet start here.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
He is the voice of the conservative millennials.
The president is going to have to stand fast.
The Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not willing to keep the government shut down.
Monday afternoon at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Mm-hmm.
The old hometown looks the same as I step down from the train, and there to meet me is my mama.
Little Tom Jones for you this morning. Anyway, good morning to all of you. Okay, I didn't do one of my favorite subjects until now because I didn't have enough time to do it. Didn't have enough time to do it last hour, so I'm going to do it this hour. Okay. The green, green grass of home. Love me some Tom Jones. Oh, what a great song. Does anybody make music like this anymore? Does anybody, is there, now Eric Benet is the only person that I've found that made decent music recently. Okay, I haven't seen anybody else lately. But we'll get to that later on. Lessons of life today. It is May the 3rd. Believe it or not, May is here already. May the 3rd. The lessons of life. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. So when you fail at something, take a look at what you're doing and don't do it. Adjust or change your approach until you achieve your objective. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. And the word for the day means mentally or emotionally discomposed. It means upset. It means crazy. So if in fact that you get a counseling session and you walked out and on your counseling statement it says wigged out, there are police on the way to get you. Okay, I'm just saying that the police are on the way to get you right now to escort you out of the building. I'm just saying. So if you ever see that word wigged out on your counseling sheet, you are in some serious trouble and you need to be looking for another job. I'm just telling you that's just the way it is. Okay. Anyway, don't forget it is May the 3rd. It is the 123rd day of the year. I can't believe the year is going by like lightning almost. It was on this day in 1937 that Margaret Mitchell won the Pulitzer Prize for her novel Gone with the Wind. Also in 1469, I wasn't there, I don't know if it happened, but I'm going by what they say. Political theorist Niccolo Machiavelli was born in Florence, Italy. In 1802, Washington, D.C. was incorporated as a city, and now they want to be a state. They're really going to mess us up. 1913, Clorox, believe it or not, Clorox bleach, that's right, had its beginning as 5 entrepreneurs agreed to set up a liquid bleach factory in Oakland, California. I don't know, why think about it. I'm sitting there broke, got a little money to invest. Why in the world would I want to invest in bleach? But it worked out good for them. It worked out good because I don't know anybody that does not use Clorox bleach. I don't really like the smell of it all the time, but at least you get the feeling that things are clean after you put some bleach on, okay? In 1916, Irish nationalists Padraic Pearse, Thomas Clark, and Thomas MacDonagh were executed by British firing squad. They were among 16 people put to death for the roles in the Easter Rising. I guess the British didn't play. 1948, the Supreme Court in Shelley versus Kramer ruled that the covenants prohibiting the sale of real estate to blacks or members of other racial groups were legally unenforceable. Well, that's nice to know. But why would I want to be there if you didn't want me there? Okay, you're just asking for trouble. I don't care. 1952, the Kentucky Derby was televised nationally for the first time on CBS. The winner was Hill Gale, ridden by Eddie Arcaro. Okay. In 1960, matter of fact, I was watching some of the Derby the other day. 1960, on this day, Harvey Schmidt, Tom Jones musical, The Fantastics, began a nearly 42-year run in New York Sullivan Street Playhouse. 1978, Spam was born as Gary Thurt, a marketing executive for the Digital Equipment Company of Maryland, Massachusetts, transmitted an unsolicited sales pitch to a new line of computers to 400 prospective customers, okay, on ARPANET, okay? So it was like a precursor to the internet, okay? So mail, that stuff has been around. Spam has been around for a long time. In 1979, Conservative Party leader Margaret Thatcher was chosen to become Britain's first female prime minister as the Tories ousted the incumbent Labour government in parliamentary elections. I like me some Margaret Thatcher. I did. For a woman, she was tough. I like tough, okay? I like tough. I liked her. She was all right. Her and Ronald Reagan were best of friends, I think. In 1986, in NASA's first post-Challenger launch, an unmanned Delta rocket lost power in the main engine shortly after liftoff, forcing safety officers to destroy it by remote control. In 1999, some 70 tornadoes roared across Oklahoma and Kansas, killing 46 people and injuring hundreds. You know, it's a good thing we had that Doppler radar. Because you think about this for a second now. Years ago, we didn't know the tornado was coming, okay? And we do a pretty good job now of letting people know and saving lives, letting people know that it's possibility that a tornado is in the AO. That's the area operation for those folks who don't know that. I congratulate the weather people for actually, and radar and all that stuff, are actually using that to save lives, okay? In 2007, British girl Madeleine McCain vanished during a family vacation in Portugal 9 days before her fourth birthday. Her disappearance remains till this day unsolved. Okay. 1945, on this day in World War II, German ship Cap Arcania, laden with prisoners, sunk by Royal Air Force in the East Sea, 5,800 people killed. One of the largest maritime losses in life. I know that was a loss. I don't know how you could do that. But anyway, that wasn't my call. In 1855, Macon B. Allen became the first African American to be admitted to the bar in Massachusetts. Okay. And in 1926, the U.S. Marines land in Nicaragua. Okay. All right. Good thing. In 1971, on this day, James Earl Ray, Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassin, is caught in a jailbreak attempt. And it was 10 years ago that Mexican President Felipe Calderon told state television a nationwide shutdown or an aggressive informational campaign appeared to have helped curtail the outbreak of swine flu in Mexico. Richard Martinelli won Panama's presidential election. And 5 years ago, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry, who was the worst Secretary of State we ever had, during a visit, I actually think he was worse than Hillary Clinton. I think he was. I think he was. Yeah. During a visit to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, said the U.S. was ready to help increase the ties to Africa, only for what they could get out of it. But the nations across the continent needed to take stronger steps to ensure security and democracy for its people. We're trying to get some of that right now over here, Mr. Kelly. We're trying to get some freedom for our democracy over here. Okay. Right now, we're teetering on one way or the other. And 1 year ago, President John Trump insisted that his reimbursement of the 2016 hush payment to porn actress Stormy Daniels with nothing to do with his election campaign. Arizona Governor Doug Ducey signed a plan to give striking teachers pay raises totaling 20%. ending a 6-day walkout. In a reversal, though, House Speaker Paul Ryan announced that the chaplain of the House of Representatives would stay on his job. Ryan had sparked an uproar when he asked for Reverend Patrick Conroy to resign, said that he was dissatisfied with Conroy's pastoral care to lawmakers. A federal grand jury in Detroit, I think about that for a second. Anyway, federal lawmaker in Detroit indicted former Volkswagen CEO Martin Winterkorn on charges of stemming from the company's diesel emissions cheating scandal. Well, there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that we need to, worry about. I don't really spend my nights worrying about diesel. I just don't. Emissions. Let me think of all the things that's going on in the world. I don't really think diesel emissions is a big deal. Yeah, but hey, that's me. That's not them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here is something right here that. That's it. Yeah. So those are some of the things that happened on this day. Now, herein lies a problem right here. During the beginning of the pandemic, we all was catching. We all were unsure, uncertain, and we still are to a certain extent. We still are unsure about where our lives are going and what kind of effect this thing's going to have on us and things of that nature. So we did some unusual things, such as vote for a month, things of that nature. We started voting a month before the election and things of that nature. Okay, that's good. Everybody could have did it. The Republicans didn't. So, Democrats took care of that for us and they won. I ain't mad at them. Okay, they just did what they had to do, and while the conservatives sat home, so I'm going to vote on election day, and it's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But now, if you give a man 50-yard head start, do you think you're going to catch him in a 100-yard race? I'm just saying that. But anyway, let me digress. We did a lot of things just to try to make ends meet, and there was so much uncertainty, and there's still a little bit of uncertainty now, but there's a lot of uncertainty. So the federal government decided, well, since we decided to tell you guys to shut down and all those things, we are going to help you with your business, and I'll get right back to that. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, well, we got our engineers working on. Only way you can catch us now is online. Yeah, I'm aware. It's tough being me some mornings, but yeah. All right, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, we are working on that as we are doing it. But anyway, so here's the deal, and I'm about to go through this all again if the power comes back. I got to go through this again. Now, so the government said we're going to come up with a couple of programs to help the folks out. We're going to print money that ain't really worth anything, but right now it'll do. So we decided that we wanted to give some PPP loans. That's Paycheck Protection Program. We'll just call it the Triple P. Now, that program was to help people, keep their business going, pay their employees and things of that nature. That's what the okay. No, I gotta take a break. That was the program was for. Okay, now there are some people. Well, I'll tell you about another one of those people that they shouldn't. HD3 is actually working. Well, thanks, Greg. This is about people some people you just can't give access to money to, okay? Because they good folks. They are good people. But the minute you put a bunch of money in their hands, it changes their mind, okay? That's why I'm kind of glad I'm almost broke, because nothing has gotten to my head. Now, I'm not going to tell you that if I got a hold of a lot of money at one time, it may not change me. Now, there are certain people I wouldn't talk to, but right now, that's not the case. Anyway, let's take a break and we'll be back. Talk about somebody else in Montgomery who's going to jail because that money, they just couldn't help themselves. We'll be back. The green, green grass of home.
Keeping an eye on and off rain chances through much of this week. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents being reported right now to send you on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow maps, no backups or slowdowns. That's always good news. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Enjoy your favorite movies safely at AMC Festival Plaza Theaters, Festival Plaza, Taylor and Vaughn, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, front and back, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Nature Delay.
For all your collision repairs, Chico's knows. Located on Atlanta Highway just minutes from the Eastern Bypass. Call Chico's Auto Pro City at 239-9510. Chico's knows.
At Guardian Credit Union, we're creating connections in new ways because connections have a way of inspiring hope, strengthening ourselves and our communities, and creating stronger financial futures. Connections happen within Guardian Credit Union, but more importantly, in how we all treat our neighbors and how we all support our communities. So join us, connect with us, and we'll show you this is where you belong. Guardian Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA.
It's time to get outdoors and get together for those fun gatherings and family reunions. Be sure to take care of all your guests with portable toilets from Alabama Dumpster Service. They're delivered where and when you need and picked up by our own fleet of trucks. Our competitive pricing means dependable, affordable, clean portable toilets. Call us today at 334-288-1500 for availability and schedules, or learn more at alabamadumpster.com.
It's a different year. You need to reach your potential customers, and your customers need to be able to find you. Let Cumulus Media help. We've built a unique opportunity for you to connect your business with River Region homeowners that are looking for your products and services. Radio, digital, and lead generation for your business, helping you reach hundreds of thousands of people in this area. You need to talk to Cumulus Media. Call Don Polno at 334-240-2257. That's 334-240-2257.
What would make your mom feel like the #1 mom? A trip to the spa, cleaning services for a year, an epic shopping spree, a much-needed vacation? Enter to win the Mother's Day giveaway, and you will have the chance to win $5,000 so you could get your mom the ultimate Mother's Day prize. She'll feel like the #1 mom. Just head to our website now to enter for your chance to win $5,000 for the mom in your life. Go to newsradio1440.com. Brought to you locally by Zinc Chiropractic.
Do you have pain in your neck? What about back pain, headaches, sciatica? You're in pain and you know something is off, but you just ignore it. The hard part is living with pain. The easy part is making an appointment with Zinc Chiropractic and finding relief. Doctors Tom and Yolanda Zink at Zinc Chiropractic Center provide all natural chiropractic care. They will make you feel comfortable and explain everything in advance. Think Chiropractic, think Zinc. On Taylor Road between East Chase and Vaughn Road. Walk-ins are always welcome.
Did you know that about 20% of all U.S. dollars were created in 2020? Yeah, most people don't know that. What do you think the effect of all those newly printed dollars will lead to? Inflation? Maybe. Certainly it won't lead to the dollar becoming more valuable. In the past, people have purchased gold and silver as a hedge against inflation. That's because gold and silver have increased in value as the purchasing power of the dollar decreases. Buying real gold and silver, the kind you can hold in your hands, much easier than you think. You can have it delivered securely and privately to your home, or you can even put real gold and silver in your IRA or 401k. If you are at all concerned about the value of the dollar continuing to decrease or the risk of inflation, you should call the Oxford Gold Group right now at 833-600-GOLD. The Oxford Gold Group sells real gold and silver for the lowest prices. Call 833-600-GOLD. They'll answer all your questions and send you their precious metals investment guide. Get gold you can hold or get real gold in your IRA or 401k today. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-600-GOLD. Did you know that about 20% of all U.S. dollars were created in 2020? Yeah, most people don't know that. What do you think the effect of all those newly printed dollars will lead to? Inflation, maybe. Certainly it won't lead to the dollar becoming more valuable. In the past, people have purchased gold and silver as a hedge against inflation. That's because gold and silver have increased in value as the purchasing power of the dollar decreases. Buying real gold and silver, the kind you can hold in your hands, much easier than you think.
Working on being
You can have it delivered securely and privately to your home, or you can even put real gold and silver in your IRA or 401k. If you are at all concerned about the value of the dollar continuing to decrease or the risk of inflation, you can call the Oxford Gold Group right now at 833-600-GOLD. The Oxford Gold Group sells real gold and silver for the lowest prices. Call 833-600-GOLD. They'll answer all your questions and send you their precious metals investment guide. Get gold you can hold or get real gold in your IRA or 401k today. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-600-GOLD.
The Rush Limbaugh Show. And these people look absolutely pathetic. After Rick and Bubba, it's the EIB Network at 11 a.m. And it's only on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Whoa, oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh.
All righty then. Good morning, and good morning. I know we're off the air on some place, but you can catch us online, HD Radio 95.1, Channel 3. So there's no excuse. And I was talking about another person who got caught up in think that money belonged to them in the PPP program. Also Saturday, don't forget there's a city council meeting tomorrow. I think there's a city council meeting tomorrow, but my all-site producer always tells me that when these things go on, I appreciate that. One of my all-site producers anyway. Okay, so while I was cogitating over the weekend, I was sitting there looking at the newspaper, perusing and then I ran across this article. A Montgomery woman is facing federal charges after allegedly, now we don't know if this is true, got to go to trial, we don't know if it's true or not, allegedly falsifying dozens of employees and applying for $1.6 million in emergency COVID-19 financial assistance, loans from multiple businesses. Jaja Couch, 52 years old, was indicted in early April and arrested last Monday. Couch faces 13 charges in the federal case, including money laundering, bank fraud, and making false statements to federal banks. According to court documents, Couch allegedly filed at least 6 applications with the U.S. Small Business Administration Paycheck Protection Program. The PPP, or as we like to affectionately call it, the Triple P, was launched in 2020 as the coronavirus pandemic upended the U.S. economy. The loans were intended to help payroll and job retention. Okay, now beginning in April 2020, Coach allegedly filed the Triple P loans for a variety of businesses, including boutique, hair salon, and daycare called Kids Academy. Now, Coach also filed for a PPP loan for Slim Fit, a company she claimed had 10 employees and is advertised as Slim Fit Weight Loss Medical Clinic and Spa. Now, federal prosecutors allege no employees other than Couch worked for the business. Now, listen, she may have thought she worked so hard, it was 3 of her. She may have thought that. And I feel it, because sometimes you're working so hard until it feels like it's 3 of y'all, 10 of y'all. Couch allegedly filed falsified IRS forms with their PPP application, which contained inflated, I know what that word means, inflated employee and payroll information to bolster her PPP application. She also allegedly filed more than one PPP application for the same businesses, which she did not disclose when filing subsequent application. Now listen, I understand. I'm not going to sit here and act like I've been an angel my whole life either. You know, I've stuck it to the man a couple of times. You know, so I'm not just, but I don't think I put it on paper. You know, I don't think I did it twice. You know, if I got away with it one time, that's cool. But I don't think I did it twice. In April 2020, applications counts claimed 10 employees who worked at Kids Academy, which the payroll is $74,665, but just a few weeks later, Couch filed another PPP application claiming 15 employees with a payroll of $120,000. Now listen. Now I understand there's a need to, you know, sometimes you get down and out and you get desperate. I understand. But why are you going to file two applications for the same business and think that now government workers aren't the world's smartest? I'll give you that. But they certainly are not the world's dumbest either. I mean, I think you got to take a test to get a job at the state or federal government, don't you? I mean, I took a test when I took my job at the federal government. So I'm thinking, doesn't everybody take a test when they take a job with the federal government? I mean, you can't be totally stupid. Okay, we got computers now. We can check things in a split second. Okay, so Couch allegedly wrote more than $150,000 in checks from Slim Fit's account to herself and family members. Okay, the memo entry on all the checks stated payroll. Now, there's nothing wrong with if your family working for you. Nothing wrong writing them a check. At least I don't think so. Anyway, I think that's cool if you're doing something. Now, she faces up to 30 years in federal prison if convicted on all charges. I hope she comes up with a plea deal. She made a virtual initial appearance in court last week. Subsequent court dates have not yet been publicly held. Okay, I'm just saying, you know, I realize there's a propensity to. I'll tell you something. You know the reason why I didn't put in for a PPP loan and all this stuff, because I knew that my weakness for money I'd be in jail too. So just leave the money alone. Okay, just leave it alone. Don't mess with it, because they're gonna come get you. And some of these people, the first thing they went out and did is bought new cars. One person bought 2 cars, nice ones. Okay. Now, if you don't believe that the IRS and everybody else knows what you're doing when you buying them big expensive cars, okay, after you done got a PPP, see, they checking on you. See, they when you get all that money, they are checking on you to see whether or not you're making any huge purchases. Okay, and I know I'm with you. I realize that it's difficult. It's like Joe Reed used to say. Joe Reed Sr. used to say, you can't send a hungry man with somebody else's plate with some bacon on it. Okay, because I'm telling you, you may not know that a piece of the bacon is gone by the time you get there, but I'm telling you, some of that bacon is gone. Okay, you don't know it, but you know it. In May 2020, Slim Fit's bank account wired more than $22,000 to an Audi dealership, and Coach later registered the Audi in her name. Well, here's the moral of the story. If you tell the government to give you some money, and you're going to use that money to pay your employees, if you have any, then you need to pay your employees, or you need to give them back the check that I made a mistake. Okay, I'm just saying. I was working so hard that I thought I was a bunch of employees. That's all I can tell you. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway, so what? Okay, so leave the PPP money alone unless you actually, because you know what? I got the PPP database in Montgomery, and there's some businesses on there who make a lot of money, but they still got some money. So maybe now Beasley Allen was one of the people who got money. And I'm saying to myself, well, but they make millions of dollars. But then again, now I'm with you. It makes more sense to pay your employees out of my money than it does your money. Now I don't know how much money they got in the bank. I don't know. Jerry has not given me that information, but I do know they got a PPP loan. Okay, I got the database with everybody in Montgomery who got money, and that's what it's for, to pay your employees, to make sure folks keep moving on. But why would Jerry Beasley need money from PPP? I mean, they make a killing. But anyway, that's a whole different story. I don't know. So, but again, it's a lot better to pay somebody with somebody else's money than your money. So I'm good. Now, I guess they said, well, we can't sue that many people right now because of COVID. So that means that the payroll thing has still got to be paid. I'm good. Okay, I'm good with that. That's good. All right, I'm good. Okay, but I've got to ask Jerry that why they needed PPP money. He probably won't tell me, but I thought I'd ask anyway. Here's something. Here is something right now. So it seems that Alabama is going to keep. Well, let me digress. Over the weekend, there was a situation in West Montgomery where they were having a commemorative event with the Greg Gunn case. They were having a commemorative event with the Greg Gunn case, and it seems that William Boyd and a bunch of his folks were sitting out there just talking about it, playing a little bit of music, and the police came up. Now, I like the matter of fact, if I can find the there was a video made of it. I like to play that interaction between Boyd and the police. If somebody send me a link to it, because I thought it was an interesting conversation. Now I'm telling you, there are a lot of crimes going on in Montgomery. A lot of folks killing each other just every day. Every day somebody's getting killed around here. Robbed, shot. Now, and again, we're already short police. Okay, so I'd have to ask the chief on this one. With all the things that are going on in Montgomery, with all the killings and all the death, why are we spending the officers' time when we don't have enough officers as it is to go stop somebody from playing gospel music? Now, rap music, I kind of understand, but gospel music, now, gospel music talks to the soul. So, as a matter of fact, I would tell you that if we played more gospel music in our communities, we'd have less crime. So I'm just trying to figure out, but I don't have the well, I'm gonna find that exchange a little bit, and then we're going to play it so you can hear. Don't let me tell you what it was. They can hear, and they asked some interesting. The only bad part about the meeting was Jamel Brown. Jamel Brown need to go somewhere and sit down to learn how to be a leader. Okay, that's Jamel. Go sit down someplace. Okay, making noise don't mean you're getting anything accomplished. Okay, I'm just saying. And then again, Saturday, like I told you earlier, I spent some time at Gateway Park. Beautiful park. I'd never been in there. I'd never been to the clubhouse or anything like that. I mean, I didn't play golf, so I didn't. What do I care about it? But anyway, I went out there, had an opportunity, being a illustrious member of the Parks and Recreation Board. I went out there because they were having a sign up for the summer camp and things of that nature. So I went out there and checked things out. Beautiful. They did a great job out there. I want to thank all the people that showed up out there and did volunteer work, giving food to kids and things of that nature, and grown folks too. It was really a time to be had by everybody. They had some blow up things out there so the kids have something to do. But there is one thing that somebody brought up to me that I didn't really think about it. Gateway Park really doesn't have anything out there for young people. I mean, now if it's strictly for golfing, then that's one thing. But we don't have a basketball rim out there. We don't, and I understand that, basketball rims have a tendency sometimes to bring all kinds of people into place. But what we need is a recreational facilities out there, and we need supervision. We need like a park security or something like that to make sure things don't get out of hand, out there. That's all I'm saying. But there really doesn't seem to be things out there for young people and for those who don't want to golf. 'Cause it's a big place. I wonder, can you fish in that pond out there? There's a big pond out there, but I don't know. Somebody told me that pond has always been there, except it was covered up by brush and things of that nature. That's a lot of covering up to do. But anyway, so much for that. Okay, so let me take my last break an hour, and we'll come back. And if you guys can still call if you want to, 860-1440. I mean, you may not be able to hear you on the air, but you can hear us online and stuff like that. And we got a couple of people listening. All right, so we'll be right back. But again, Gateway, I'm gonna talk to Kay and see whether or not there's something we can do to put something out on that park out there. It's a beautiful place, but if you don't golf, then what else can you do out there? I'm just saying. And you don't ski, well, what else can you do out there? Now, I don't think we need any barbecue things, but maybe put up a shelter and let people come out there and just be sheltered from the sun and maybe cook some ribs or something. I don't know, but it's a park. You're supposed to have a good time at a park, so let's put something out there to make people want to have a good time. I'm just saying. We'll be back. Dun, 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 dun.
The summer heat has set in, and it doesn't look like Alabama's cooling down anytime soon. To avoid heat illness, it's important to take preventative measures. Drink more fluids. Stay indoors. When temperatures are extreme, reduce or eliminate strenuous activities during the hottest times of the day. Protect yourself from the sun with a hat and sunscreen, and never leave pets or people in parked vehicles. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris, encouraging you to take the Purple Pledge and support the 47 million people worldwide who are living with Alzheimer's disease and other dementias.
The number of Americans living with Alzheimer's is growing at an alarming rate. 10% of people over the age of 65 have the disease, and 2/3 of them are women. Someone in the United States develops Alzheimer's every minute. As the number of older Americans continues to grow, so will the number of new and existing cases of Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in the United States. New research is making it possible to detect Alzheimer's disease and providing an accurate diagnosis earlier than ever before. Learning the signs of Alzheimer's, and if you notice them in a family member, seek medical treatment.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Septic tanks are used where municipal sewers are not available, and maintenance is important. Failing septic tank systems can endanger your family, pollute the environment, and can be expensive to repair. You can prevent your system from failing by having your tank pumped every 3 to 5 years, keep a separate container for grease, and dispose of it properly. Use detergents low in phosphates, and spread laundry over several days as to not overload the system with too much water. This message brought to you by the Alabama Department of Public Health and this station.
Many of the locally owned and operated restaurants you love are staying open to serve you during this difficult time. To find a list of these restaurants, visit newsradio1440.com. Eat local and help our local businesses stay open.
It is 7:48 in the morning, and again, I know we're off the air, but you know we got the online thing, so brother got to still come in and do the job. Now y'all can catch us. Now here's something that I found interesting that the state senate did the other day. They are going to allow rolling hair and nail salons. Now I'm not that enthusiastic about those things. Because how do you know how clean people are? You know, I mean, you pull up. It's a fantastic entrepreneur. It's a fantastic entrepreneurial idea. But by the time you pay somebody to come to your house with their nail salon machine and things of that nature, you could probably save a whole lot of money by just going to them. And again, what about cleanliness? Now, are these things going to be checked every day? Are they going to be checked once a month or every 6 months or whatever the case may be? It sounds good, but I just gotta, you know, I don't know about that one, you know, hair, nail salons. I don't know. Again, it sounds good. Okay, you can just go out but how do I know that the person that's coming can actually do hair? You know, I don't know. I don't know. That bothers me because we already got people that last week there was a woman who used dye, thinking it was eye drops. So she glued her eyes shut. Now, the state of education in America right now would just make me want to cogitate on this. I got people that are putting glue in their hair, not knowing that it's glue. People who are putting glue in their eyes when it certainly says glue on the container, but they still put it in their eyes. Now, how do I know that the person coming to my house knows the difference between regular glue and that stuff that you put on here? And you know, I got to tell you something about this too. I find it quite interesting that people are willing to glue hair on their head. I find that stuff has got to go into your skin, you know, and at some point, you know, that could be the cause of a lot of all this extra violence around here. And you mix that with a little chicken, little fried chicken that, I mean, there's no telling what metabolically is going on inside people's bodies because of all this stuff. Glue on your head, glue in your eyes. Chicken looks like a 2-day-old chicken, look like he like 28 years old, and you frying him up in the pot. No, I mean, there are a lot of things going on in our world right now that we got to get back to natural things. Natural things like growing our own chickens. Just growing our own chickens. Just growing our own chicken, put them in the bag. Is it against the law to grow your own chickens? And I'm thinking I may have to go out and get. Of course, now I don't want to kill the chicken. Yeah, that's my problem. I don't think I could kill the chicken. So I could just grow the chicken and then let somebody else come kill the chicken, box them up, and then I'll fry them. I'm just saying, that's the last thing I want to be born as is a chicken. And think about this. The life expectancy of a chicken is not very long. So if I was ever reincarnated, okay, I wouldn't want to come back as a chicken. No way, no how, let me stay where I am. Okay, I wouldn't want to come back as a chicken. Because chickens, they just don't live very long. You know what I mean? And roaches. But although roaches don't ever seem to, you can't ever get rid of them. Anyway, bill to allow rolling hair nail salons approved by the Alabama State Senate. State Senator Barbara Drummond, a Democrat of Mobile, provides an update on the Alabama House Democratic Initiatives, a news conference on Wednesday at the State House in Montgomery, Alabama. A bill that would allow rolling hair and nail salons won approval from the Alabama State Senate this week, bringing the idea from State Representative Barbara Drummond, a Mobile representative, closer to reality. Now, Drummond offered HB 274 early in the session with bipartisan sponsorship and quickly won House approval. By March 9th, it moved to the consideration of the Senate committee. Look out, Alabama, she posted on her Facebook. She says, we have food trucks, dog grooming trucks. Now, here comes beauty and barbershops on wheels. Well, okay. I'm just saying, I'm worried about that one. Although I will admit to you, I guess if you can have a food truck, now dog grooming is a little different from human grooming. A little bit different. I don't have no problem with the grooming truck. But now here comes, and I really don't have a problem, I guess, with barbershops if you cut people's hair. I guess it's all right. I guess. What y'all think? I don't know if but think about it. Do you know how much money it's going to do? And what about sanitation? See, if you're just cutting the guy's hair, then that's no big deal. You clean off the clippers and you keep moving on. You have a little wet, dry vac there, and you suck up the hair off the floor and stuff like that. But women, to do their hair, that's a whole different ballgame. I don't know, but I guess we'll just have to do it, and see how it all works out. Okay, and see how it all works out. Anyway, I'm not crazy about that idea. Anyway, Drummond wrote that the bill would give the beauty industry a fighting chance to stay in business during a pandemic. If it is signed into law, the bill would authorize Alabama Board of Cosmetology and Barbering to regulate the licensed mobile salons to provide hair and nail-related services. The board would have until January 1st, 2022 to adopt rules, meaning it would be next year before the barber trucks could join the food trucks on Alabama roads. But the more I think about it, it may not be that bad of a job. I just want to make sure that the grooming and that the hygiene things that you put on people, are good. I don't know. I wonder how much they're going to charge to do that. How are you going to charge to do that? You would have to charge more because you got to insure. Look at all the insurances that you're going to have. Man, I don't know. But anyway, she said the original idea originated with Gregory B. Morris Sr., owner of Greg's Professional Barber and Beauty in Mobile. Morris, who is active in Veterans Affairs, and he first became interested in becoming rolling salons. He could be a boon to disabled veterans whose mobility is limited. Well, that's true. That's true. Anyway, the shutdown associated with the pandemic hit barbershops hard and illustrated other potential benefits. Now, I will tell you, I don't know why they shut down barbershops in places. I don't know. But it seems to me that if we do have a recurrence of a pandemic, it seems to me that you had the same issues coming to somebody's house as you'd have them coming to your shop. So what's the difference as far as safety is concerned, and as far as this pandemic thing is concerned? What's the difference in having a barbershop roll up to your house or let me roll up to the barbershop? What's the difference? At least in the barbershop, I can see the cleanliness. I can see that it's been, your little mobile barbershop, I don't know. I just don't know how often you clean it. When's the last time you cleaned it? I don't know. But at least if I walk into a place, I can pretty much tell if they're clean or not. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's a great idea after all. I mean, it's a great idea, but the issues that surround cleanliness and the issues that surround infection or the ability to become infected by a disease, it's the same in a mobile, I would say even more in a mobile thing than it is in a stationary shop. I don't know. I don't know if that's a great idea at all. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about that because I don't see what the difference is. Okay, I don't see what the difference is. I don't see that. No, I don't think there's no difference now. No. I think it's better if you go to the barbershop than have one pull up at your house. Great idea though, but we gotta see what kind of rules they come up for these things. And I'm not paying $100 to get my haircut just because you rolling up there. We ain't gonna play that. Anyway, gotta take a break. We'll be back for the last hour. Yeah, there again, I'm right again.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning. I'm Tanya Terry for WSFA 12 News. A new study suggests COVID-19 deaths could be linked to a lack of health insurance. A Families USA report says 40% of Alabamians who died from COVID-19 were uninsured. Numbers show the highest correlation in DeKalb County. According to that report, 63% of COVID-19 cases and 52% of COVID-19 deaths were linked to people without health insurance. The world's eyes are on the city of Wetumpka. Sunday night, they watched the first episode of the highly anticipated HGTV series Hometown Takeover, highlighting the city. The 6-episode series will air every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on HGTV. It's also available to stream on Discovery Plus. And it's been 5 years since Greg Gunn was killed by former Montgomery police officer Aaron Cody Smith. A rally was held in Gunn's honor on Saturday. Smith was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but in March of last year, he was granted a $300,000 bond. The family says they haven't heard anything new in the case. I'm Tanya Tier.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, Montgomery, a Cumulus station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Biden administration says it's reduced the number of child migrants at southern border facilities by 88% since March. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas tells CBS this morning a small group of parents will be allowed to enter the country legally this week.
We expect for families to be reunited tomorrow. This is the work of, once again, the extraordinary commitment in an all-of-government effort.
But they're illegal.
The president's charge that this is a priority.
He says 2 are mothers from Mexico and Honduras who haven't seen their children since 2017.
They are illegal.
Customs officials believe a boat was packed with undocumented migrants when it capsized off the coast of San Diego, killing 4 people. San Diego's Fire and Rescue's Lieutenant Rick Romero.
The boat was on the reef, bouncing back and forth, and then just slowly disintegrated.
into a bunch of pieces. So there's no boat there. It's all debris.
The captain is in custody. There's a new measure of the increase in pandemic travel. The TSA says it screened nearly 1.63 million people at airports yesterday. That's the highest number since March of 2020. A new global vaccination effort, though, won't get underway for quite a while.
It's a deal between Moderna and Gavi, the vaccine promoter. It provides up to 500 million doses of Moderna vaccine to the UN's COVAX program. It comes days after the World Health Organization announced emergency approval for Moderna. Deliveries will start late this year. Nearly 34 million doses will be available by then, with about 470 million doses earmarked for 2022. Peter King, CBS News.
Verizon is getting rid of a couple of fading internet stars. The company says it's selling Yahoo and AOL to the private equity firm Apollo for $5 billion. The two brands lost traction as more people switched to newer platforms like Google and Facebook. Line of tornadoes ripped across parts of Mississippi last night. Yazoo County Emergency Management's Jack Willingham.
We've got multiple structures damaged, power lines, trees down, but we've been able to go road to road, house to house, and so far we've found no injuries. Thank the Lord was with us.
More severe weather's expected there today. They're trying to thin out the buffalo in the Southwest. CBS's Jim Krasula.
Beginning today, people will have 48 hours to apply to kill massive bison at Grand Canyon National Park in northern Arizona this fall. Thousands are expected to apply. A dozen will be chosen through a lottery system. Park rangers say bison are increasingly damaging park resources.
S&P futures up 21. Dow futures ahead 186. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
This is good news, maybe exactly when you need it to. Right now, MediShare is waiving their new member fees. This could save you money on top of all that you'll save each month by becoming a member of MediShare. So many people are looking for a healthcare solution right now, seeing the cost of COBRA plans, for instance, and MediShare is the affordable alternative to health insurance. The typical family saves $500 a month. You might save even more. MediShare is a Christian community that shares each other's healthcare costs, and because of the current economic situation, they're making it easier than ever. Apply by April 30th, and you can save an additional $170 on your first month. I'll give you the number here in a second, and if you call, you can get a price within 2 minutes. Just tell them the promo code SHARE to receive your additional savings. Maybe now is the time to make the switch like more than 400,000 people already have, and start saving. Here it is. Call 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Higher education is taking on new meaning in New York.
Colleges and universities are adding new courses about cannabis ahead of the state's budding new industry now that recreational marijuana use is legal. Online Excelsior College is offering master's degree courses in pot, teaching students everything from agriculture and law to biology and medicine. NYU's Stern School of Business started a cannabis course for students, and State University of New York will offer classes tied to marijuana and hemp at 10 different campuses. Officials believe cannabis will be a multi-billion-dollar industry in New York by 2025. Monica Ricks, CBS News, New York.
The crowd went crazy for Prince Harry, who co-chaired last night's star-studded Vax Live concert at SoFi Stadium in LA.
Tonight is a celebration of each of you here, the vaccinating frontline workers in the audience, and the millions of frontline heroes around the world.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Make money. The 25K Workday Payday. It's all about money. It's your national keyword to win $100. Text CARD, C-A-R-D, CARD to 95819. Standard messaging rates apply. Don't text and drive. We'll text back to confirm your entry. If you win, you'll be entered to win a grand prize of $25,000. It's the 25K Workday Payday on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery's most trusted shop for auto, paint, body, and mechanical repair. It's got to be McGriff. McGriff Auto Service also does oil changes and other routine maintenance, including warranty inspections. And they're still offering pickup within a 10-mile radius on Bell Street in Montgomery. McGriff.
Jeff, we need to do a commercial. While new Chappie's Deli habits are forming, my
New Chappie's Deli habits? Yes, you know, some want to come eat in the dining room or pick it up at the counter like always. New Chappie's Deli habits, like the car hop. Yep. Some aren't quite ready to come in, but like using the car hop. It's super safe, easy pickup, and you stay in your car. And we can tell everyone on the way home to pick up Chappie's. They still eat together as a family at home. And don't forget the dining room. For those who do come in, dividers at the booths. We almost dunked everyone in that Purell. And what's that noise, Jeff? You know, that's the sound it makes when Ryan at Janet King extra sanitizes the store on the weekend. Stop, Jeff. I can't think. Jeff? Oh, well. Dine in, or we have plenty of car hop spots at Chappie's Deli, Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Prattville, and Auburn. Seriously, folks, thanks for coming in. We are so grateful to you for your continued support.
The City of Montgomery Cultural Affairs Department presents a free multicultural festival every second Saturday during the months of May through August at Riverfront Park. Join them on May 8th from 11 to 3 and celebrate the music, dance, and cuisine from the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities of Montgomery. This free event will also feature food vendors, live music from a local favorite Mac Cohn, and fun for the whole family. This event begins May 8th from 11 to 3. Sponsored by the City of Montgomery.
When you call for disposal service, don't be put on endless hold by people who don't even know the area. You deserve better for your time and money. You deserve the friendly, local service thousands count on every day from Alabama Dumpster Service. Locally owned and operated, Alabama Dumpster answers your call with a local, friendly customer representative. Call us today at 334-288-1500 or learn more at alabamadumpster.com.
Did you know that about 20% of all U.S. dollars were created in 2020? Yeah, most people don't know that. What do you think the effect of all those newly printed dollars will lead to? Inflation? Maybe. Certainly it won't lead to the dollar becoming more valuable. In the past, people have purchased can hold in your hands much easier than you think. You can have it delivered securely and privately to your home, or you can even put real gold and silver in your IRA or 401k. If you are at all concerned about the value of the dollar continuing to decrease or the risk of inflation, you should call the Oxford Gold Group right now at 833-600-GOLD. The Oxford Gold Group sells real gold and silver for the lowest prices. Call 833-600-GOLD. They'll answer all your questions and send you their precious metals investment guide. Get gold you can hold or get real gold in your IRA or 401k today. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-600-GOLD.
They are the two sexiest fat men alive. Really fat. And you can hear Rick and Bubba on News Radio 1440 beginning at 9 a.m. Depend on it.
Okay, we're back. Good morning, afternoon. I did find a little bit of this video from WSFA for what happened this weekend with the commemoration of Greg Gunn. The citizens got together and sat out there, and the police told them pretty much that you can't do this or something. Evidently, they thought there was well, I'll let you hear what they had to say. Okay, let me see if I can get this right.
Was murdered in 2016 by former Montgomery police officer Aaron Cody Smith. The rally started with tension between those in attendance and Montgomery police, with attendees saying MPD was trying to stop the event from happening by enforcing several city ordinances.
Within the violation from noise ordinance to parking irregular on the street to the COVID restriction.
We've always been respectful, follow guidelines. We just had one 225.
Mm-hmm.
We just had a visit 225. Nobody was here, but why they was crazy today?
Right.
I don't know.
MPD say they were responding to a noise violation. Police Chief Ernest Finley later arrived and told attendees they were not in violation and could continue. Smith was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but in March 2020, he was granted a $300,000 bond.
Lord, that's the struggle that comes with being black.
The family says they haven't heard anything new in the case. It's now in the hands of the Alabama Supreme Court, which the family says the court needs to take more action.
The ball should be rolling. And
time in fulfilling his obligation to the state, just like as any other citizen. He was convicted.
In Montgomery, Courtney Chandler, WSFA 12 News.
Okay then. Anyway, that evidently they had a. I got the raw data, the raw footage of that. But Jamel Brown made so much noise until it's kind of hard to hear it, so I had to go to WSFA. Anyway, good morning to all of you. Hope this day finds you well. 860-1440. If you can catch us out there, I understand we're not on the. I have to do this show all over again tomorrow, so folks will be able to hear this great stuff that I had this morning. But interesting that the chief did show. Matter of fact, I ran into the chief police on Saturday afternoon. As a matter of fact, good morning. Or Saturday morning. Good morning. Who's this?
Sam.
Yes.
How's my Davis?
Fine.
Good. I can't get you at all. Huh?
Yeah, nobody can. You got to be on the internet or app to get it this morning. But we're working on it. We should be ready tomorrow.
Working on it for years.
I know. They have been.
How are you feeling?
Good. Can't complain.
Well, I don't know what has been said, but I tell you, Saturday, it just doesn't make any sense what's going on in the city, Mr.
Well, I saw you there. I saw you there. I didn't know that was going on, but I saw you. Somebody had a Facebook Live going on, and I seen you sitting out there, and the police showing up, and y'all having a long discussion about why you were there, and
The chief showed up. I was very pleased that he showed up. There's no reason why things have to happen the way they happen here in the city. What is it with these folks? There was no reason for that. Now, I could see if they had a party or something, maybe they might thought people were going to fight or, what is it with these folks?
Well,
but there's no reason for some of the things that's going on. There's no reason, and you know who I'm speaking about. You think you put these people in office, or I know they're going to help us. They're going to help you, all right. It doesn't make any sense, and it does not. And then they want to know why you want to vote for them and all. There's no reason for it.
Well,
it's down there for what? And try to block the street for people getting in. What is that all about? What, thinking he's going to get a raise or something and things? I tell you, folks, there's something else around here in the city. You pay your tax. You know what we need to do? For about 2 weeks, everybody in the city should go to Prattville somewhere and purchase food and put no money in the city. Something needs to change around here. Give these people a wake-up call, because they definitely need a wake-up call. I'm going to let you go. What are your plans today? Where's your phone? He kept us being busy last night.
Oh, I don't know. Unless I knocked it off the table or something. I don't know. The parent, yeah, somebody called me about that. Yeah, and it was yesterday, was it? What time was it? Well, I can go find. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube. I'll go find. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Anyway, all right. I don't take a break quite yet. Anyway, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, a $25,000 giveaway. That's right, from Cumulus. That's right. We are giving away $100 every hour from 8 o'clock to 5 p.m. this afternoon. Plus, every winner will have a chance to win the $25,000. Now, text national keyword cards, C-A-R-D, right now to 95819. 95819. Okay, that's a chance to win $25,000. And we'll be right back.
Sports and outdoors.
Shop great deals for mom this week at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Nike apparel styles start at just $19.99. And celebrate together with bikes for the family starting at only $69.99. Make Mother's Day special with Academy Sports and Outdoors. Offers are valid April 26th through May 9th.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
After a few isolated morning showers and thunderstorms, we could see some redevelopment as we head into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy with showers and storms really increasing across southern and eastern portions of the state. We'll keep an eye on it. That threat will last as we head throughout the afternoon into the evening. Once we head into Tuesday afternoon and evening, we could see another round of potential strong and maybe even severe storms, keeping an eye on and off rain chances through much of this week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we got a couple of things going on. Please use caution. 231 southbound coming out of Wetumpka. There's an accident there at Rumbling Waters Drive. Also, Highway 80.
Rumbling Waters Drive.
So please use caution and look for a disabled vehicle blocking traffic. 1800 block of Page. Accidents happen. Go where the insurance companies go. Chico's Auto Pros on Atlanta Highway. Better price, better experience guaranteed. Chico's Auto Pros, 239-9510. Buckle up. It's the law for Montgomery Skywatch traffic. This is Major Delay.
For all your auto maintenance and repair needs, Chico's knows. Chico's Auto Pros now offers a full-service automotive center. Call Chico's today at 239-9510. Chico's knows.
Good morning. I'm Tanya Terry for WSFA 12 News. A new study suggests COVID-19 deaths could be linked to a lack of health insurance. A Families USA report says 40% of Alabamians who died from COVID-19 were uninsured. Numbers show the highest correlation in DeKalb County. According to that report, 63% of COVID-19 cases and 52% of COVID-19 deaths were linked to people without health insurance. The world's eyes are on the city of Wetumpka. Sunday night, they watched the first episode of the highly anticipated HGTV series Hometown Takeover, highlighting the city. The 6-episode series will air every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on HGTV. It's also available to stream on Discovery Plus. And it's been 5 years since Greg Gunn was killed by former Montgomery police officer Aaron Cody Smith. A rally was held in Gunn's honor on Saturday. Smith was sentenced to 14 years in prison, but in March of last year, he was granted a $300,000 bond. The family says they haven't heard anything new in the case. I'm Tanya Tier.
It's a podcast about money, but Stacking Benjamins not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
People are afraid to sell their house because they're afraid they won't get another one.
There's just nothing for sale in our neighborhood. Where would we go? I'd love to sell somebody this junk for twice what I paid for it. Suckers.
The whole market is locked. Interest rates have nowhere to go, but you got to refinance. I get in line now because who knows how long it's going to take.
Listen and subscribe to Stacking Benjamins on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your shows.
That big trip will be here before you know it, but without a working transmission, you aren't going anywhere. Head to the #1 transmission shop in Alabama, Allen Robbins Transmission. Allen Robbins staff can fix any problems you may have. They also service clutches, differentials, and transfer cases. These uncertain times have some concerns, but Allen Robbins is prepared. They're still open and have taken all necessary precautions to keep customers and employees safe and healthy. Allen Robbins Transmission in Prattville. Call 365-3352.
What would make your mom feel like the #1 mom? A trip to the spa, cleaning services for a year, an epic shopping spree, a much-needed vacation. Enter to win the Mother's Day giveaway, and you will have the chance to win $5,000 so you could get your mom the ultimate Mother's Day prize. She'll feel like the #1 mom. Just head to our website now to enter for your chance to win $5,000 for mom in your life. Go to newsradio1440.com. Brought to you locally by Zinc Chiropractic.
Do you have pain in your neck? What about back pain, headaches, sciatica? You're in pain and you know something is off, but you just ignore it. The hard part is living with pain. The easy part is making an appointment with Zinc Chiropractic and finding relief. Doctors Tom and Yolanda Zink at Zinc Chiropractic Center provide all-natural chiropractic care. They will make you feel comfortable and explain everything in advance. Think Chiropractic, think Zinc. On Taylor Road between East Chase and Vaughn Road. Walk-ins are always welcome.
He is the voice of the conservative millennial.
The president is going to have to stand fast.
The Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Today at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, I know it's one of those days. It's kind of tough because signal's gone. But somebody could call a brother anyway, just to see how I'm doing this morning. Just calling the phone and 860-1440. Let me know you love me or you can't stand me. Either way it goes. Somebody will call a brother. Just say good morning. I mean, I feel lonesome here. I feel mighty lonesome here. I didn't wear a suit today. I just thought I'd put on some clothes. I'm testing out my suits for church next week. So I don't want to. Only time I put on ones when they bury me. Okay, then I'm just looking. I think I'm gonna join a new church. Yeah, I think I'm gonna join a new church. I think I like the one I was in, but Church of Christ, I just can't deal with no piano. And I realize that's what they believe, and that's good. That's what. But I got to hear some piano stuff. I got to. Although I know that don't get you to heaven, I got that part. But I still like to listen to a little good music. You know what I'm saying, in church. I don't want to sit there and acapella is good, but you got to be able to sing acapella. Hey, who's this? What's going on there, Sergeant McCoy? I appreciate it. Hey man, I saw you. I saw a thing on your Facebook page. You was up in Indiana. Oh, what part of Indiana? What church did you go to? What? IU? Oh, really?
Yeah, slip over and money was flying all over the interstate.
Now I don't remember that because I'd have been there. Yeah.
They had a army truck to slip over and money was just flying all over.
Did you get in it? Okay.
Yeah, for that. But look here, Chairman. I wasn't going to call till you start pleading for a call because I'm going to save my call for tomorrow.
But tomorrow to work, ain't nobody can hardly hear me today anyway.
But what those officers came out there and said, Canada had a sergeant, they had a lieutenant, they had a captain, they had about 3 more foot soldiers. So they sent out enforcement to the max. And I think what they did was overkill. I told Chief Finley when he arrived it was an overkill.
What was the issue? What was the issue? Was the issue noise? Is that what they said?
The music wasn't even my turn up loud, man.
Yeah, because I was listening. Yeah, it wasn't turned up loud because I was listening.
Before the event even started, there was already 6, 7 cars deep. So I guess the objective was to show the Negroes that they're not going to host that because of whatever reason. But what they kept saying was this came from the very top. And I know there might be some fiction between Reed and Chief Finley, but Kevin, I think the chief is doing a hell of a good job. I support him wholeheartedly. I do not support nor like what Stephen Reed is doing as director. He's trying to lead the city here. I think that's where the problem resides with the mayor. I think he sent the boys out there to show who run the shit, I guess. I mean, stuff.
Yeah.
And
yeah. All right. Well, we're gonna have a conversation tomorrow when our signal's on because I think it needs to be talked about in the city. So the only issue I had with y'all yesterday was Jamel Brown. He talked too much and he wasn't saying anything, But anyway, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Man, just trying to make a living, trying to earn my pay, Yeah, best stuff, sure. That's what I can do. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah.
You're smart, man. Okay, now the officer Smith, they had trial, right?
Right.
And he was convicted.
Right.
Now, how can he turn around and place a
Because it's appeal. It's an appeal bond. Right. He's appealing. Yeah. So that's how that works. Oh yeah. You could do it too if you had some money. You know, I can do it too, but I think when they take me out of the courtroom, I'd just be going to jail because I ain't got no money. So you know. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they kind of blew me, but I couldn't understand that. How you convicted any? But I forgot about the appeal. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, it's appeal. I appreciate it. Maybe we will one day. I appreciate it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. That's what I like. That's what I like. Dedication, brother. Dedication. That's what I like.
That's right, man. You know the old grunt's gonna call in, man.
That's right.
Hey, if you considering changing churches, I think you should hook up with the Amish people. I think you look good in one of those black outfits with a beard and on one of those horses.
Well, being from Indiana and all, I had familiarization with the Amish, and they got a couple of things that I don't really cotton to, but I think they're a pretty good organization, kind of like the Church of Latter-day Saints. I put them on good, high quality people. Theologically, I'm a little confused, but as far as their lifestyle and who they are, great folks.
Yeah, and so you might have to checking the signal out from somewhere out there, but other than that, and I don't think they got any fried chicken places.
No, they don't. But they will let you leave for a little while and go sow your oats, and then you can come back. So they will let you do that.
Chicken, do you know that Montgomery, Alabama is the only place on this planet that there's a Popeyes and what's that other chicken place?
Well, we got Kentucky, KFC, and we got Churches. We got Zaxby's. Oh, there's another Bojangles. Yeah.
Side by side, you have a Bojangles and a Popeyes together.
I'm afraid to tell Bojangles though. If it's a race between Popeyes and Bojangles, Popeyes got it hands down. I mean, Bojangles chicken is the worst chicken I ever tasted in my life.
Somebody to work because I went to a couple of places this weekend and the lines are stretched all the way around the joint. And I finally got up there and I said, "What's going on?" I said, "Is there a run on chicken?" She said, "No, we just can't get anybody to."
Now, I don't understand that $1,400 don't last that long. Oh, that's why people ain't working. Yeah, again, it's just some noise you just ignore. Yeah, 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 yeah. He don't know. He don't know he black. That's what they say. Yeah, he don't know he black. Okay.
Like the former president or the football player, I guess they would go along with his thoughts and ideas, but because he's got a black mama, I guess they can't follow or track him or something. I don't know, but it's just, they use these words, but they don't use them on, the PAC or any of the other folks that happen to be black. on the Democratic side, they don't use those misguided, misdirected puppet. That was what they kept saying. He was a puppet for the Republican Party.
Yeah, they always say, yeah. But
Waters, in AOC, in any of those, aren't they puppets for the Democratic Party?
that they are, and I didn't know Maxine Waters was in her 80s. Well, they can't find nobody else to run in her seat. Yeah, that's true. All right, brother. 8:31 in the morning. For those four, I guess we're back on the air now. Everybody's up and about. Okay, so we finally made it back to the airways. Thank you very much, Bruce, the engineer. Good morning.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, now I'm not calling in trying to bash the mayor. I give him credit for credit's due, but something happened, and I support Sergeant McCoy and Dave Stefan and other people that called in on the other show yesterday, man. You know, for 6 years, we've been out there voicing our concern about the Greg Gunn issue. We already got dealt a bad hand by allowing the process to take place and going on 6 years, and our job was to keep it in the media. And I think we've been doing a good job year after year. And the process and the procedure that we always taken, we did the same thing. And for them to come out there, man, they had direct orders, and they had events going on all over the city where they had way more than 25 people, where they had people wearing no masks, where they probably parking up and down the street on the opposite side, no social distance. And they had orders to come out there to shut that event down. And the white man was the mayor, and the chief had always been there. But we never ran into a problem like this. So I just don't understand why would they do the bull calling. They stick, I feel like, they stick the dogs on them like they did in 1863 in Birmingham, Alabama, man. And the mayor told us, he had a meeting with us. He said, look, I'm for Civilian Review Board. He said, y'all need to hold me accountable. If I don't do what I said that I was going to do, he told me, Jamel, and Karen, and some more people to hold my feet to the fire. And for that to take place, out there, you can tell the officers they did not want to be out there. They had other stuff that was going on in the city that they probably could have been attended to, man. And this came from the top. The guy read the order. You go back on the Facebook page, man, and they were playing gospel music. And we had singers out there. And they had the two rookies that wanted to make a statement, man, and they was insisted to turn the music all the way down. And did anybody call? No. Nobody didn't call them out there because this is what we do. And they said, well, when we roll the window down, then we can hear the music. I just think that was a little bit, that was the overkill. And at some point, man, Stephen Reed, the mayor, or whoever was supposed to be the top, that's just not right, man. Greg Gunn family need due process. In order to keep it out there in the media, they're going to shut the event down, man. That just wasn't right. So I just want to say to the city of Montgomery, Saturday, it's another eyesore, and I'm going to continue to talk about it because the president of the United States, everybody pushing police reform. We're not saying demolish the police department. We have full counsel. They will not address this issue. We have police officer who was a part of the Greg Gunn scandal that lied on the trial. They are still down there on the police force, and it's just not right, man. And they won't address it. So that's our job, the community actors, the people who don't have a political position but have a voice. That's our job, man, to keep this out there. So it's not going to go away until justice has been served. And I just think, once again, what they did out there Saturday, everybody can see it out on Facebook. Go to my page if you don't know what's going on, and just look how the officers conducted themselves. And they did a very professional job now. They didn't want to be there, but they was told to go out there and shut that thing down, and that's just wrong. That's my comment, brother.
Okay, appreciate it. To be continued. Good morning. Hi.
I did not make that meeting, but Mr. Boyd did a great job. And I told him, the people to say that it came from the top, and he didn't think about it. Ask him who signed that paper. That must have mean that Brother Reed and Chief Swimmer.
But why would the mayor want to stop that?
I ask who signed the paper.
Yeah.
The mayor probably don't know it even went on. See, that don't mean he charged somebody there, the officer, there in the police department. That's why they were telling you, talking about it was discrimination, this and that. They still might have been somebody now that just want to do something. Now, I don't know. That's why the question should be who signed the order for them to come out, and then we'll know, right?
But I don't. They said that they rolled their windows down, and they heard music. Mm. So you telling me if somebody has the money for an appeal bond, they don't let them out? Mm-hmm. Mm.
Spent with these Saxon lawyers, they could have had their loved one out too. They would love to have them out on appeal, like that guy been out. So it's not that they out because they can only come up with the money now. The money ain't no problem. Say, the money not a problem. Because the money that they paying a lot of these lawyers, and I be want to tell them, man, y'all just throwing your money down the drain.
Mm.
They get behind those bars, it's hard for the other lawyers to get those loved ones out. Then another thing, Kevin, they are taking those inmate stimulus money. I had a white guy that called me the other day about his stimulus money.
Okay, so let me understand this. People that are in jail get a stimulus check. Is the check sent to the jail?
Eagle, it's in the Red Eagle.
Right. Mm-hmm.
She called me from Tuckweiler, right? They take her money. She said they sent her money back to, was it back to their hometown? She said, anyway, and they taking their money. I got white and blacks telling me this.
Right, but how can they cash the check if they're in jail? But somebody still has to cash that check or take it to the bank or something. Right. Right, but somebody has to endorse the check. So I would assume that the people whose name the check is in endorse the check over to the state.
Account.
I'm with you, but I'm trying to. If they endorse that check, does the warden of the jail, whatever, take that money and put it on their account using? And where has this happened that you know? Okay. Okay. Well, now you give me a mission. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you give me a mission. I'm going to. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Told her about it because we've been kind of a semi-friend for years. And she's in charge kind of central. She said, who taking their checks? Take off. They supposed to get their checks.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna check on that to see. Appreciate your call. Good morning. Yeah.
Don't let them forget Tuesday is city council meeting on tomorrow. All those questions they have is to ask the mayor first. And you're going to have new City Council District 3 person, Ms. Marsha Johnson, received the oath of office, so she'll be on the bench.
Mm-hmm. So they can, and so if they want to ask questions, they need to call Blaylock's office today, right? Okay, before noon. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. That's true, especially good gospel music. I listen to good gospel. I can listen to good gospel music no matter how loud it was. Yeah, that's rap music I can understand, but gospel music, no, no, okay.
To come in and tell us when it's time for our DA to be reelected or unelected. We could get some action on, like I think I'm put it back where it's supposed to belong, because see, didn't it happen on Darrell Bailey that this?
Right, but now wait a minute now Darrell Bailey is not the judge who gives people the right to, right, but he's done his work. He's done his work. There's nothing else he can do. Okay, well, how many of us
go to prison, get out, and go home and wait for my turn to go back to prison? I've never seen it. Now, if you show me a case, I was there.
Well, maybe because we ain't got no money. Well, you got to pay for an appeal bond. You got to up some money for the appeal bond. But I'm not an expert in that field, so I'll get a lawyer on to explain it. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. I got to get a lawyer on. I can't answer that question. I just think I'm familiar with some of the process. Good morning. Yeah.
There was a loophole in that legislation that allowed prisoners to get the money.
Really?
They can't take the money for tax debt. But if you are indebted to somebody, they can attach that money. Let's say if you owe child support, anything else, people can attach that money and take it from you. That's in the law.
But that's before you get the check, right? If you get the check, it's
actually before they send it, they'll send it to the people.
Right. But evidently that. But if they send in the check to the jail to their current address, then evidently, well, that's what they say they're doing. Exactly. But I'm just evidently though some checks have come to the jail. Yeah. All right, appreciate it. But I was just thinking by the time it gets to the jail, any attachment would have gotten way before it got to the jail. I'll find out. I will find out. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, fine.
Good. Hope you had a blessed weekend.
I was.
And as you like to say, let's assume everything that was just said about stimulus checks being sent to people in prison and they're being cashed and given to other people other than the people in those jail cells. I'm willing to assume that is true 100%. But if money comes to the prisoners, should not any funds that are given to them by the government go to the victim of their crimes if they were ordered to pay restitution?
I mean, that sounds good, but it's a federal stimulus check made out to a particular citizen. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess if if that's the case, then why give them the check at all?
Be getting the check. But unfortunately, more likely that's because of a very liberal political party that designs stimulus to where you make more money sitting on your butt at home, not working, instead of going out and getting a job. So, but that's a different story, a different call altogether. But prisoner in the jail, you have been ordered by the court to commit a certain number of years or time to pay to society what your obligation is because of your crime, but you're also possibly ordered to pay by the court restitution to the victims.
But this particular, right. But this particular money, from what I understand, it's earmarked, I believe, for the individual, for the upkeep of the individual at this time. I don't know if you would have the authority to take that money, because there are a lot of things that were ignored, like rent. You would think that rent's got to be paid, but during the pandemic, the government said, "Hey, you don't have to do that right now, and we're not going to let anybody put you out, but you still owe the rent." So I don't know. I wouldn't know the answer to that. I'll find that out too, I guess. Right, I'm all right with that. Right, yeah, I think, but because I believe because that money's earmarked to that individual, the stimulus checks. Well, but the stimulus check were strictly given to American citizens to help them with their day-to-day obligations. Yeah, and if you get and if right, but I don't know. Uh, yeah, but it's the government to put them in there, and if the government put them in there, well, maybe yes and maybe no, but the government said we're going to put you. I mean, you been smoking a yoko weed, and we're going to put you in the jail for a year or so. I mean, or you've been selling a little yoko weed. I don't think if I'm selling drugs, I don't think I should be. You should have the access to my money that somebody left me. Ah. Hmm. Well, again, if you had a victim, that's one thing. But I'm talking about you shouldn't just get to take. The government shouldn't be able to take your money for your upkeep when they put you in there. Well, but there ought to be a process though. There ought to be a process though. Yeah. But there ought to be a process, right? But there ought to still be a process by which you go through to take somebody's money. The government. Yeah. Yeah. That is something. Hmm. I guess it would just depends on what the check is for. I don't see. It's easy for us to say that because we're out here and we're not behind bars wrongfully. Maybe sometimes I don't. I really would. I'd have to leave that up to the people in charge. Well, I will. Soon I take this. What if they're innocent? What if they're innocent? What if they're innocent? Brother, I'm telling you, wait a minute, I'm telling you, I have seen people on death row have to go through all their appeals, and right before they pulled the switch, they were found innocent. Okay. I don't know. That's not my call. That's not my call. I gotta take a break. My last break it out. We'll be back. But we'll take all that money.
So bad, so bad, so bad. See if I can.
First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
This report is sponsored by JannyKingCleans.com.
For a clean, healthy building, trust the company that has disinfected over 75 million square feet of offices in the last year alone. Janie King, the king of clean. Check out JannyKingCleans.com now.
Janny King, the king of clean.
A few isolated morning showers and thunderstorms. We could see some development as we head into the afternoon. Mostly cloudy with showers and storms across southern and eastern portions of the state. We'll keep an eye on it. That threat will last as we head throughout the afternoon into the evening. Once we head into Tuesday afternoon and evening, we could see another round of potential strong and maybe even severe storms. Keeping an eye on and off rain chances through much of this week. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Amanda Curran on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported to send anyone on an alternate route. If you keep listening, we'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. 567-9000. That's the number to call. NCS for an equity loan on your home, land, or auto. Good credit, slow credit, it doesn't matter. MCS in Wetumpka, NMLS 232876. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
For all your collision repairs, Chico's knows. Located on Atlanta Highway, just minutes from the Eastern Bypass. Call Chico's Auto Pros today at 239-9510. Chico's knows.
Our friends at Just Blinds in Prattville are inviting you to drop by and visit their newly updated showroom for all your window covering needs.
Just Blinds really has it all. The latest in plantation shutters, wood blinds, woven wood shades, Roman shades, custom draperies, and all types of window treatment options.
And rebates are available now on select Graber shades.
Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville or go to GoJustBlinds.com. That's GoJustBlinds.com, the leaders in window coverage.
The Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches is hosting a children's charity golf tournament on May 6th at Arrowhead Country Club. The Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranch is a 501c3 charity founded by the Sheriffs of Alabama in 1966. They provide long-term, loving homes for abandoned, abused, and neglected boys and girls across the state of Alabama. For more information on the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranch or the golf tournament, call the office at 334-213-2071.
That big trip will be here before you know it, but without a working transmission, you aren't going anywhere. Head to the #1 transmission shop in Alabama, Allen Robbins Transmission. Allen Robbins staff can fix any problems you may have. They also service clutches, differentials, and transfer cases. Sometimes have some concerns, but Allen Robbins is prepared. They're still open and have taken all necessary precautions to keep customers and employees safe and healthy. Allen Robbins Transmission in Prattville. Call 365-3352.
Did you know that about 20% of all U.S. dollars were created in 2020? Yeah, most people don't know that. What do you think?
Almost time to go, said the bro.
Inflation, maybe. Certainly it won't lead to the dollar becoming more valuable. In the past, people have purchased gold and silver as a hedge against inflation. That's because gold and silver have increased in value as the purchasing power of the dollar decreases. Buying real gold and silver, the kind you can hold in your hands, much easier than you think. You can have it delivered securely and privately to your home, or you can even put real gold and silver in your IRA or 401k. If you are at all concerned about the value of the dollar continuing to decrease or the risk of inflation, you should call the Oxford Gold Group right now at 833-600-GOLD. The Oxford Gold Group sells real gold and silver for the lowest prices. Call 833-600-GOLD. They'll answer all your questions and send you their precious metals investment guide. Get gold you can hold or get real gold in your IRA or 401k today. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-600-GOLD. Did you know that about 20% of all U.S. dollars were created in 2020? Yeah, most people don't know that. What do you think the effect of all those newly printed dollars will lead to? Inflation, maybe. Certainly it won't lead to the dollar becoming more valuable. In the past, people have purchased gold and silver as a hedge against inflation. That's because gold and silver have increased in value as the purchasing power of the dollar decreases. Buying real gold and silver, the kind you can hold in your hands, Much easier than you think. You can have it delivered securely and privately to your home, or you can even put real gold and silver in your IRA or 401k. If you are at all concerned about the value of the dollar continuing to decrease or the risk of inflation, you should call the Oxford Gold Group right now at 833-600-GOLD. The Oxford Gold Group sells real gold and silver for the lowest prices. Call 833-600-GOLD. They'll answer all your questions and send you their precious metals investment guide. Get gold you can hold or get real gold in your IRA or 401k today. Call the Oxford Gold Group right now, 833-600-GOLD.
He is the voice of the conservative millennials.
The president is going to have to stand fast.
The Ben Shapiro Show.
They're not going to be willing to keep the government shut down.
Tomorrow at 3 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay, so this is why I don't wear suits to work too often, because nobody can hardly see me. I mean, I'm looking good today, you know, so I just know how to see you. So it's not TV like Lone Sir down the hall. You know, I just got to go on TV with his nice suit and all that stuff. I mean, I broke down and got it all wet today, getting out of the, coming out in the rain. Now I got to put the thing in the cleaners now and get it cleaned up. Come on now. When you only got one suit, it's kind of hard to wear it all the time. I'm just saying. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. You want to give us a call? I'd love to talk to you. Do not forget the lessons of life today, since we're on the air. Failure is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Okay, remember that. So when you fail at something, learn from it, and you'll do it better next time. Okay? Word of the day. Well, it means mentally or emotionally decomposed. It means that you're upset. It means that you're crazy. What is that word? Wigged out. Okay, so if you see that on the counseling form, you probably don't. The police are probably waiting for you outside the door. Good morning. Who's this? But I thought when people put money on your books, that money is for you at the jail, not for child support or anything like that. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Well, I was hoping they're gonna let this brother. That's the way he won't be Big Bubba's girlfriend and something like that. He might need to buy. Oh, really? In prison? Now you sound like you know a little something about that. Okay, I'm glad you didn't go. Although I will admit to you, the only reason why I wasn't in there because I didn't get caught when I was stupid. So that's yeah. Okay. See ya.
Insurance. The world's eyes are on the city of Wetumpka. Sunday night, they watched the first episode of the highly anticipated HGTV
Where did my time go?
Hometown Takeover, highlighting the city. The 6-episode series will air every Sunday night at 7 p.m. on HGTV.
Well, there goes the time.
Available to stream.
There goes the time.
And it's been 5 years since Greg Gunn was killed by former Montgomery police officer Aaron Cody Smith.